In the Faroe Islands, there is a lake that appears to float above the ocean. It sits on a cliff, separated from the sea by a thin wall of rock, and from certain angles, the lake surface seems to hover 30 meters above the waves below, as if gravity forgot to pull it down. Photographers who see the images for the first time assume they are manipulated. They are not. In the deserts of western Egypt, hundreds of chalk formations rise from the sand in shapes that look like sculptures. Mushrooms, camels, human faces, towers with balanced boulders on top that should have fallen centuries ago. The wind carved them. No one else was involved. And on a hillside in Japan, for roughly 3 weeks every spring, 4.5 million flowers bloom simultaneously, turning an entire landscape into a sea of blue so vivid it merges with the sky at the horizon. The boundary between ground and air disappears. The photographs look like paintings. The paintings look like dreams. And the flowers are real. These are not effects, not renders, not tourist board exaggerations. These are real places on real ground that most people have never heard of and that look like they were designed for a planet with different rules. Before we start, drop a comment telling us where you are watching from and what time it is right now. We want to see how many countries this video reaches. Place 1. Lake Sorvagsvatn, Vágar Island, Faroe Islands. On the island of Vágar in the Faroe Islands, roughly 300 kilometers northwest of Scotland, a freshwater lake sits on a cliff above the North Atlantic. The lake's southern shore ends at a rock wall that drops roughly 30 meters to the ocean below. From specific angles on the opposing hillside, the optical illusion is extraordinary. The lake appears to be suspended in mid-air, hovering above the sea, as if it were poured onto a shelf that should not exist. According to the Faroese Geological Survey, Sorvagsvatn is the largest lake in the Faroe Islands, covering roughly 3.5 square kilometers. The optical illusion is created by the extreme foreshortening of the cliff when viewed from the northeast. The thin strip of land separating the lake from the ocean is invisible from that angle, making the lake surface appear to sit directly above the waves. The reality is geological. The lake fills a natural depression in the basalt, held in by the cliff wall on one side and a natural dam of rock on the other. A narrow waterfall drains the lake over the cliff edge directly into the Atlantic. The waterfall, called Bosdalafossur, drops roughly 30 meters from the lake surface to the ocean, and during storms, the spray from the waves below mixes with the fresh water falling from above. Reaching the viewpoint requires a hike of roughly 90 minutes across boggy terrain with no marked trail for the final section. According to the Faroese Tourism Authority, visitor numbers have increased dramatically since drone footage of the lake went viral in the mid-2000s, leading to concerns about erosion on the access path. A lake that looks like it is floating above the ocean. It is not floating. It is sitting on a cliff that disappears from the right angle. The illusion is perfect. The geology is simple, and the planet did not design it to be photographed from exactly that spot. It just happens to look impossible from the one place where everyone stands.